Hey, greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jim Morris, and I'm a licensed psychotherapist and a musician. I'm sharing the healing power of music. Today, the highly requested tool with the pot. Now, I'm not sure what kind of pot they're talking about, but we're about to find out. So here we go.
Who are you to wave your finger? You must have been out your head. I hold deep in muddy waters. You practically raised the dead. Rob the grave to snow the cradle, then burn the evidence down. Soapbox house of cards and glass, so don't go tossing your stones around. You must have been you must have been high. You must have
Oh man, just love the way he makes that guitar just express such emotion. The passion that is coming out of these guys is just, whoo, it's the real deal. Still don't know what the pot's about, but I do know that the complex time signatures that are reflective of Tool's music and the way that these guys are able to create such a sense of tension and unpredictability are something that is profoundly evident at the very beginning of this song. I love it. This groovy, man, bass line. It's like, break out your leisure suits. This is awesome, man. You talk about a funky riff. This thing is just like, where's he going? I'm trying to keep up, and it's like, the white guy who has no rhythm. And then I remind myself, these are white guys. So some of them do have rhythm. Man, now the type of rhythm that these guys have is not just based on the change in time signatures. The rhythm that these guys have is a collective rhythm that demonstrates their experiential outcome from allowing the collective unconscious to actually manifest itself in and through them. And that is such a pleasure to be able to experience in the song already, not even getting into really what the lyrics are about yet. So I'm going to jump back here, start from the beginning. I had to let that go for at least a minute or so that I could get an idea of what they're creating here foundationally for the song, because the structure that has already been laid out here is solid, and it will certainly withstand whatever storm may or may not come with this unpredictability. Oh man. Ooh, talk to me.
Who are you to wave your finger? You must have been out your head. I hold deep in muddy waters. You practically raised the dead. Rob the grave to snow the cradle, then burn the evidence down. Soapbox house of cards and glass, so don't go tossing your stones around. You must have been high. You must have been high.
that transition right there where Maynard went into that intensity. Woo, man, love it. He is building this thing up in a way that only he can. And these guys driving everything. This is a train, man, that's coming down the track, and it's like somebody is fixing to get splattered. This is obviously not about cannabis or Mary Jane. This is about hypocrisy and judgment. And that old adage comes to mind of the pot calling the kettle black. And that's what I'm getting out of this moral blindness that is a real issue in society. And it can be something that affects everybody. It doesn't matter the color of your pigmentation, how much education you got, what zip code you live in, none of that stuff, man. No one is immune to the pot. Maynard is, I got to back this up for just a second. Listen to what happens here as he calls this person who may be a literal person or disembodied, this symbol, boy. Because a boy is a male who has not yet reached the status of manhood. And so Maynard's calling him out. Oh man, bring on the kangaroo court. This is an issue that's not only affecting us individually as a society, within the judicial system, within the socioeconomic influences that we're all a part of. The lines where he talks about, you must have been high. Who are you to wave your finger? He's calling out this hypocrite who is pretending to be righteous, who's pretending to be sober, and yet they themselves are compromised. There's a moral intoxication that he is calling out from the hypocrites. You know what hypocrisy is, right? Somebody who complains about the sex, nudity, and violence on their DVD player. Shifted. So you could hear the guitar going lower with the chords that he was playing with that riff. And they bring it down slowly. They're going to bring us a little bit deeper. lower into this hole where they are exposing those who are hiding behind the facade of self-righteousness, the mask that is being worn by the hypocrite. What do you guys think about this talk about being high or stoned? Is that literal? Possibly, but more likely it's symbolic, again, of self-righteousness, of delusion or moral intoxication. Listen to what Danny was doing right there with the drums. The instability and the unpredictability of what's going on here with this hypocrite. Because what's a hypocrite do? They keep you guessing, man. It's just like you don't know what to expect. They say one thing, they do another, and it's one of those things where you just can't get comfortable around that type of a person. And if we recognize that as we look in the mirror, am I the pot? Because my level of self-awareness is only going to be as clear as to the degree as I am humble. So if you're not willing to be humble enough to at least reflect on whether or not this is something that maybe he's talking to me and I didn't even realize it, because there can be misperceptions in those relationships as well. Something to think about. So listen to what Danny is doing here with the percussion, creating that sense of unpredictability, instability, and he's taken us into that deeper, primal place of the mind where the hypocrisy actually starts to manifest, where it's being birthed. Primal, tribal, just climbing out of the ground. this aligns so well with distorted perceptions and hypocrisy and Maynard's vocals and the shift that I was talking about. How he was really restrained at the beginning, and then what happened? It was almost like he was mocking the hypocrite. And then he shifted to this intense, powerful delivery. And that bass line was just phenomenal. That was one of the most funky, groovy bass contributions to a song that I've probably ever heard. Just phenomenal. And what a great reminder to be humble, to check ourselves, and to be reminded that ego and love cannot coexist. My hope is that this has helped you to be able to experience a greater depth of love and pleasure and joy in your own life. Please help me to share that with other people. Subscribe, become a member of the channel. We've got exclusive content for members only, videos that are not available to the rest of the world, to members only who are a part of saying, hey, I want to be involved with what's going on here, and to be able to help others who need to benefit from music like this, from messages like this. So would you please join me in partnering by becoming a member of the channel? The link's in the description. I thank you in advance, and until next time, let's all enjoy the healing power of music.